Today, we're going to make a shift from building emotional walls to building a gate instead. Because a gate doesn't mean you let everyone in. It means you choose who gets access. You stay safe, but you stay open too. And learning that one shift, well, that could change your entire life. So if you ever asked yourself, why do I push people away? Why can't I trust love? Why do I keep attracting the same kind of hurt? Well, this one's for you because you're not broken, you're not dramatic, and you're not too much. You're just carrying the pain that has become your compass. Pain that once helped you survive, but now it's steering you away from what you truly want. So here's the shift. When you begin to heal, not just talk about it, but truly heal, you stop choosing from fear and you start choosing from self-worth. When I was a kid living in Japan, we went to a traditional kabuki performance. The actors wear these elaborate painted masks and speak in dramatic, haunting voices. But what stuck with me the most? You never see their real faces. Just art, masking something very human underneath. And you know what? Most of us live like this. Masked, guarded, smiling on the outside, hiding the parts of us that we don't want anyone to see. We're not just protecting ourselves from the pain, we're protecting ourselves from being seen. And that has a cost. So here's the truth. Those emotional walls, they might have once protected you, but now they're keeping you isolated, disconnected. They don't just keep out the hurt, they keep out the love too. Be honest. How many people in your life really know you? I'm not talking about like the curated version of you. I mean the real you. The one with those soft spots and big feelings and complicated stories you don't really post about. Well, if your answer is not many, welcome to the club. Most of us were taught that vulnerability is dangerous, especially if we've been hurt before. So we do what feels safe. We shrink, we guard, we smile when we really want to cry. We tell ourselves we're being smart, careful, independent. But what we're really doing is letting old wounds run the show. We stop creating healthy boundaries and start building emotional walls. And those walls, they don't just keep the wrong people out, they keep everyone out, even the ones who want to love us the way we deserve. Walls feel safe, I know. They're predictable. You don't get disappointed when no one gets close. But here's what we don't always realize. When those walls stay up too long, they stop being protection and they start becoming isolation. And what's really guiding that? Fear. You attract from this place of fear. When you're healing, you start questioning the pattern. You start asking why so you can actually correct it. And when you're healed, you just make better choices. You choose from a place of self-worth. So let me say this clearly. I'm not asking you to knock down all your walls. I'm just asking you to build a gate instead. Because real love isn't about letting everyone in. It's about knowing who's safe to let in and who's not. And that's what discernment looks like. And that discernment comes from healing your past. So let me tell you a story about what happened with one of my clients. Let's call her Maya. She was in her mid-30s, single, and heartbroken from what felt like a lifetime of failed relationships. Every time someone got too close, she'd pull away or push them away before they had a chance to even leave. At one point, she told me, I don't even think good men exist anymore. There is no one out there for me. What Maya didn't realize then was that she wasn't just protecting herself from future heartbreak. She was protecting herself from the original one, the first person who had abandoned her, her mother. Now, we went deep in our work together. We unpacked not just the breakups, but the emotional blueprint that shaped them in the first place. The fear of being too much, the fear of being abandoned, the pressure to earn love, to be perfect, to be lovable. And you know what happened? Something beautiful. Her relationship with her mother, which had always been a little bit tense, resentful, filled with silence and blame, transformed. It became open, compassionate, loving. And not long after that, she met someone who saw her, someone she let see her, all of her. because now she had a gate, not a wall. And for the first time, she trusted herself to open it up to the right person. What changed everything for her wasn't a dating app or a perfect guy. It was healing the wound underneath. And once she stopped guarding her heart with walls and started opening it with discernment, love just found her. Easy as that. And that kind of shift, it's not just emotional, it's measurable. You know what the #1 predictor of relationship satisfaction is, according to a study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships? Emotional safety. And guess what? That sense of safety starts with you. Dr. Brené Brown puts it perfectly. You can't get the courage without walking through vulnerability. And the kind of love most of us want, it requires courage. It requires vulnerability. So if you want deeper love, you've got to stop hiding behind the emotional armor. When you're in survival mode, you don't choose based on what's healthy. You choose based on what feels the most safe. And safe doesn't always mean good for you. But healing changes the game. Because when you heal, you stop needing to test people to prove they'll stay. You stop mistaking chaos for connection. You start trusting your gut again, as you should. You say no without guilt. You spot red flags before they become regret. And most importantly, you stop choosing pain just because it's familiar. Because when you're healed, you don't need someone else to approve your worth. You already know it, and you live from it. So take a moment right now and ask yourself, what am I protecting myself from? And what is that protection costing me? Let yourself be honest. No judgment, just awareness. And if you're not totally sure what's been running the show in your love life, I've got something for you. Just scan the QR code on your screen to take the free Love Blocks quiz. It'll help you uncover the exact patterns that have been blocking you and show you exactly how to shift them. This is the first step in learning how to stop choosing from pain and start choosing from power. Here's a truth most of us don't want to admit. We stay in patterns that hurt us because they feel like they're normal. They feel comfortable. If you grew up always having to earn love and acceptance, then peace can feel kind of boring. Being treated well might even feel suspicious. But that's not your fault. That's just unhealed trauma whispering to you, stick with what's familiar. And healing, that's how you start making better choices. Let me say this out loud for the woman in the back. You're not a fortress, and you're definitely not a doormat. You're the gatekeeper of your life. And that means you get to decide who enters. You get to pause before responding. You get to close the gate on anyone who doesn't honor your peace. Because boundaries, they aren't about punishment. They're about protection, with clarity and grace. Now let's talk brain science real quick. Because yes, this goes deeper than mindset. Neuroscience shows that when you're triggered, your brain shifts into fight, flight, or freeze mode. You're no longer choosing, you're just reacting. But healing rewires that. It helps you emotionally regulate, it helps you breathe, and it helps you respond, not react. That's what emotional maturity looks like. And that's where real love can finally come in. So how do you build that gate? Well, here's what it looks like, step by step. Heal the roots so fear doesn't drive your decisions. Go back to the past and heal at that point. Strengthen your self-trust so you stop second-guessing your gut. Set boundaries, clear ones, kind ones, non-negotiable ones. Open the gate, only when it feels safe and not when you feel pressured. You don't have to let everyone in, just the ones who've earned it. You don't have to keep proving your worth. You just have to remember it. And you don't have to be wide open to be lovable. You just have to be available to the right people at the right time with the right boundaries. Because real love, it doesn't demand a performance. It doesn't demand perfection. It meets you at your healed heart and says, I see you. If this cracks something open for you, drop me a heart in the comments and tell me, what wall are you finally ready to take down? Is it fear, control, past hurt? Like this video, share it with someone you care about, and hit subscribe if you're ready to love with more clarity, lots of self-worth, and a lot of ease. Remember, the walls you built might have kept you safe once upon a time, but now it's time to build something better, a gate. And you, love, you hold the key.